Alright, it's time to make a plane.
I'm going to be basing the bulk of my design off of this. Just an image I found on Google.
The wood is scored.
All cut?
To keep things interesting, I'm actually going to use a shark fin as a model for my vertical stabilizer, because nature's a good designer.
This plane is looking a little weird. It's looking a little back heavy, so I'm going to reinforce the middle and add some weight on the front.
What? It may be cheating. It's really windy. Let's try it out.
Oh God.
Inside.
That didn't go very far.
Messing me up. No.
It's less windy today. Hopefully we'll have better luck.
2, 1. All right. Three, 2, 1.
Alright, as evidenced by the video, my glider didn't really go so far. But why is that? As we'll see in a second, the plane flies straight for a little bit, but then fails as the back dips down. Because the wings provide a force downward relative to the plane, this force is now acting against the plane, causing it to tumble. Since we're all in aerospace, we know that there are two forces that act against each other, and that's weight and lift. As the weight increases, like on the back, the lift should increase in the same way. But where I think my plane failed the most was in this aspect. If you take a look, the wings are huge in comparison to the back fins, so most of the lift occurs on the wings. But the problem is, that's not where most of the weight is. Most of the weight is actually on the fin, or at least it feels like that when I hold it. And this is all that really matters, is the apparent weight. Now, if there's too much lift on the front and not enough lift on the back, this will cause the plane to rotate. This rotating of the plane has another effect that isn't quite as obvious. After the plane is thrown, the plane rotates backwards, meaning it's more aerodynamic for the plane to go up. But since energy can't just come from anywhere, the kinetic energy is turned into the potential energy. But once that kinetic energy is spent, it's gone, and the potential energy is wasted as the plane falls to the ground. But all of that's not even counting the amount of turbulence there was. See, in the field video, there's a lot more wind, and my plane only went farther when it was going with the wind. The glider, being as light as it is, any small discrepancy in the wind is enough to cause this thing to go tumbling. In conclusion, here's what I've learned. The weight distribution of the plane matters way more than I thought it did, especially on such a small scale. It's less windy today, so hopefully we have more